Excuse me, little dog. Hello, folks. My name is Sam, and I am your host at Bugs in a Jar Farm Vacation Rental here outside of Ithaca, New York, in the beautiful Finger Lakes. And it is a pleasant midsummer afternoon, and I am hanging out up here in the screen porch with our buddy Sancho Panza, who you will get to know if you come here. But we're going to put the little dog down for a moment. And I just want to take a few minutes today just to do one of these videos about what people are saying about Bugs in a Jar Farm. And I'm going to limit this to what people are saying about Bugs in a Jar in the year 2026. Okay, so these are all very recent comments, and I just want to read some of my favorites, obviously, because they are the most accurate, I have to say. And I do want to touch on two comments and respond to them. So we're going to start with our most popular tiny house here at Bugs in a Jar Farm, which is our Seahorse tiny house just up the hill from here. And until 3 weeks ago, the Seahorse tiny house, over a period of 3 years, I see had 90 reviews. 90 out of 90 of the reviews were 5-star. It was a perfect 5-star rating. And then 3 weeks ago, I got a 3-star rating, which I will wind up this video with because I just have to respond to it. And so we're going to start up at Seahorse, which, because of that one 3-star rating, has now been reduced down to a 4.98 out of 5-star ratings. It is a guest favorite. This home is in the top 10% of eligible listings based on ratings, reviews, and reliability. And so this is the review that came in the day before the 3-star review from my guest Max. Our stay with Sam at Bugs in a Jar Farm was truly special. Every cabin has its own unique character and charm, and it is clear how much thought and care has gone into creating the experience. From the moment we arrived, we felt genuinely welcomed. Throughout our stay, we felt cared for, and by the time we left, we felt completely rejuvenated. Sam has built something remarkable at the farm. He is a thoughtful, attentive host who strikes the perfect balance of making guests feel supported while allowing them to fully enjoy the peaceful surroundings. We cannot recommend this stay highly enough. We are already looking forward to returning and hope to visit Bugs in a Jar Farm for many years to come. Thank you, Max. And this was the review that I received yesterday from Joe, who is here with his 5-year-old son. We love children here at Bugs in a Jar Farm. Take it away, Joe. I was looking for a place where Myself and my 5-year-old son could experience a night in nature while being a step above tent camping. Sam's place could not have been more perfect. Sam is a gentleman, and my son absolutely loved him. The place is cozy and secluded, also beautiful and woodsy. It has the amenities you would expect for a cabin in the woods. We loved our stay. Here is Anna from a few weeks ago. We could not have been happier with our stay at Seahorse. Sam and Sancho were exceptional hosts, and we wished we could have stayed longer. I would highly recommend this tiny home experience to anyone. And anyway, I think you get, so I am going to read the opening to the 3-star review, the worst review I have ever had on Seahorse Tiny House, from this hater named Philip. This is how Philip begins his 3-star review. The tiny home itself was wonderful, clean, secluded, well equipped, and exactly what we hoped for in an off-grid getaway. It is clear Sam puts a great deal of care into the property. Moreover, the region is beautiful with lots to do and close proximity to many state parks and waterfalls. So that is Philip's 3-star review of Seahorse, which we will obviously get back to. But let's go here, down here to Blue Dragon Tiny House, where I am sitting, which is not rated at 4.98. It is rated at 4.97 and also is a guest favorite. And so far in 2026, 100% of the reviews have been 5-star reviews. Let's listen to let's just listen to the first, the last 3 reviews. August, that's her name, not the month. This was one of my all-time favorite stays. The cabin was exactly as described, very charming and well situated. The screened-in porch where I'm sitting was a huge plus for sitting out at night. I loved hearing owls hoot at night. I was expecting the birds to be loud in the morning, but I was able to sleep in easily. Sam was very helpful and friendly. He really made the trip. I can't wait to come back and spend more time in this truly singular area. Here is Aiden. Beautiful tiny home. The garden and the pond are so peaceful. I wish we could have stayed longer. And here is Stephanie. Stephanie was here with her 2 Rottweilers at the same time that Philip, who left the 3-star review, was here with his pit bull, which we will wrap up this video with. So this is Stephanie with her 2 dogs. Stephanie. We loved our stay at Bugs in a Jar Farm. We were in the Blue Dragon cabin, and it was delightfully charming and perfect for us and our 2 pups. The front porch was an especially beautiful place to watch the hummingbirds and enjoy the peace. Sam was a great host, and we felt very welcome. Looking forward to coming back. So that was a note from a dog owner, but not a pit bull owner. Rottweilers are welcome at Bugs in a Jar. Pit bulls are not. And we're just going to wind up down here at our hummingbird tiny house, which comes in at third place with a 4.92 lifetime rating, and is also a guest favorite. Let's read the last three. Cozy, rustic, tiny home in the beautiful forest. There you go. That was Lars. Steven says, I enjoyed my 3-day stay near Ithaca at Bugs in a Jar. It's an outdoor, open air kind of place. I would say listen to Sam for directions around. It's in the country and remote. He is a great host. He organized it great from start to finish. Thank you, Sam. And finally, Carrie from England. Beautiful location and very welcoming host. The perfect place to unwind and reconnect with nature. Thank you, Sam and Sancho. We have our shy, the fellow who built all these places. Would you like to say hi to the folks, or are you going to be shy?
Hello, folks. How you doing?
Yes, this is our camera shy.
I'm not camera shy. I don't have any kind of shyness whatsoever.
There you go. So anyway, we want to give a big hand to Rob for building these beautiful tiny homes. All right, so anyway, guys, as long as we're at Hummingbird, I want to discuss, we're going to talk about two comments I have received recently. So this is from Banu Chandon, coming up here from New York City, originally from India. He gave Hummingbird a 4-star review. This is what Banu has to say. A private stay out in the woods for anyone who is looking for an escape out of the daily routine. Sam did a great job with curating the property and the cabins. It's similar to glamping with beautifully curated garden, common kitchen and bathroom for amenities, and a tiny house with Wi-Fi and electricity for private and cozy stay. Then he adds, he gave me a 3 on cleanliness. Is why I got dragged down to a 4. The bedding was a bit old and not as clean, but we brought our own set of pillows and comforter, which helped. Overall, a perfect stay for anyone who wants to camp along with all the creature comforts. And this was my comment to Banu with his 4-star rating. He gave the value, the base price for Hummingbird is $79 a night, and he gave value a 4-star and cleanliness a 3-star. This is my response to Banu. I would like to remind Banu and anyone else reading this that I do not charge 1 penny for a cleaning fee. I also make no apology for the old sheets, which were freshly laundered. As far as the value, I challenge Banu or anyone else to match the value of this listing with or without a cleaning fee. Before reserving Hummingbird or any of my other tiny homes, I highly advise you to watch my video, Are You the Right Fit for Bugs in a Jar Farm? I am sorry that Banu was not the right fit. So I highly advise you to read Are You the Right Fit? If you have a problem with freshly laundered old sheets, you will be sleeping on freshly laundered old sheets. If sleeping on old sheets is going to ruin your vacation, you are not the right fit for Bugs in a Jar Farm. I highly advise you take your business elsewhere and pay a $100 cleaning fee. I make no apologies for the cleanliness of that place. But I want to respond to this fellow, Philip, who gave Seahorse, the 3-star review after I had 3 years of 5-star reviews. And again, we're going to start with his opening sentence. The tiny home itself was wonderful, clean, secluded, well equipped, and exactly what we hope for in an off-grid getaway. It's clear Sam puts a great deal of care into his property. And then he goes into this attack on me, on Sam. Unfortunately, our stay was overshadowed by the host communication and behavior. Although the listing was simply marked dog friendly, less than 48 hours before we arrived, we received a month delayed welcome message stating he would cancel our reservation if he subjectively believed our rescue dog had any pit bull in her, later admitting he should have disclosed this policy earlier. Okay, I want to make a point here. It was clearly in the house rules that no pit bulls were allowed here. Clearly stated, no pit bulls were allowed in the house rules on the listing. But I understand that most people don't get that deep. When people have dogs, I try to remember to send them an amplification and clarification that we do not allow pit bulls here. And 48 hours before he got here, I learned that his dog was a pit bull. And even though it was published clearly in my house rules, I had absolutely zero obligation to go above and beyond the call of duty. I said, I tell you what, brother, I will make an exception to this policy. I did this man a favor and let him bring his pit bull with him. As my mama says, no good deed ever goes unpunished. So he brings the pit bull. The first night was fine. The next morning, over coffee, Philip announces to me, he does not ask me, he announces to me that he is leaving his pit bull inside my tiny house. I told Philip to his face specifically, you are not leaving your dog inside that tiny house. What do you think he did? He got in his car with his wife, drove off, left the pit bull in the tiny house. Of course, she went absolutely berserk. I had to go up there, calm down the pit bull, after I had just told the man he was not leaving his illegal dog in there, and this was in his review. During our stay, he messaged us in an aggressive tone, demanding we return immediately to get that dog out of here. I make zero responsibilities to any irresponsible pet owner, be it pit bull or Pomeranian. You do not leave your dog in my tiny houses when you leave. I am a vacation rental. I am not a kennel. Okay? The guy was specifically told to take his dog with him. He completely flaunted my rules, and then gets angry when I tell him to turn around and get his dog. And then the following night, he also came unannounced to our rented space barefoot, and close to midnight to check on our fire, which felt intrusive and uncomfortable. And for that, I was given the worst rating I have ever given. What happened with that, at around midnight, and we had the other guests with the Rottweilers here, and we had other guests in Hummingbird. It was a full house. At midnight, I heard what sounded like a loud bang up at Seahorse. And I didn't know if they had thrown something in the fire, if they were shooting off firecrackers, if it was a gunshot. So I ran up there to check on their safety, to make sure they were safe. They assured me everything was fine, nothing to worry about. And again, I make zero apology for checking on the safety of my guests and my property. If I hear an explosion at midnight or 4 a.m., you can expect a visit from me to check to make sure you are safe. Instead of thanking me for checking on his safety, he decided to smear me in this listing. Again, I make zero apology to that man for being concerned for his safety. If you have a problem with me being concerned for your safety, this is not the right fit for you. Obviously, I will never have another pit bull, or more importantly, a pit bull owner on this property again. I make no apologies, but other than that, I want to thank the vast majority of folks with their very kind 5-star reviews, which is the reason I do have 3 guest favorites, and I am a super host and have been for years. And I hope you can come join us with your friendly non-pit bull dog. But read the "Are You the Right Fit for Bugs in a Jar Farm?" If you're not the right fit, I'm not insulted. I am not insulted. Come see us at Bugs in a Jar Farm. Bye, folks.